You've been on reality TV,
Oh,
Chasing
yeah.
Destiny.
Yes.
And we want to know, like, was there drama? Like, how far did you get? Like, what's the tea?
I will say yes. I think the show was about finding the talent. It was a really cool experience. Like, what's funny about Chasing Destiny is when I found out Kelly was putting together a group, I didn't even want to audition. My mom submitted me behind my back.
Oh.
I didn't want to be in a group. I just always saw myself as a solo artist. I didn't even know about it until I got an email invite to come audition for them in Atlanta.
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. How you feel? That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Black excellence at its finest. How that skin glows, she's a true diamond. With the world at her back, she's still smiling. Never let that crown till she stays thriving. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Keep it real. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Is that really it though?
What up, what up, what up, what up? This is That's It, That's All. I'm your host, Casey Carnage. And today, you know what I like to do? A little artist spotlight. And I got my baby girl, the beautiful, the talented Skye Isaac.
I'm so excited to be here.
You know, what we love to do here, part of That's It, other than talking about what's going on, I like to showcase and highlight the amazing Black artists that we have here in LA and eventually, hopefully, around the world. Skye, you may have seen her on SNL with Solange Knowles, Chasing Destiny with Kelly Rowland, and many other TV and film appearances. She's booked and busy. But anyway, I don't need to tell her story. She can tell her story. Skye, say hi to the people.
Hi, people. Hi, podcast.
So, Skye, tell us about who you are and who you are as an artist.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Casey. I'm so excited for you and so proud of you. This is such a beautiful space for Black women like us to express ourselves when we're really not heard in a lot of different spaces. So kudos to you, girl.
You know, we got to do it. If we don't do it, who's going to do
it? Exactly. So it's an honor to be here. My name is Skye Isaac. I'm born and raised in Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm a Southern girl.
Okay, girl.
And
hey, baby.
Yeah, hey, baby. What's up, baby? How you doing, baby? Yeah, I got it. No, but oh my God, I can't wait to go back home. I'm gonna be there in a couple weeks. But anyway, born and raised in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I've been a singer, obsessed with arts, everything entertainment since I was a little girl. And now I'm here in LA pursuing my dreams full time as a musician, songwriter, actress. I like to do it all. And I just say that music and entertainment really is my world. It always has been. Mm-hmm. And what's important to me is that I'm always doing it authentically.
And you do. And it's so funny because I remember when I first met you. And
when was that?
It was at Sayers, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
So we, Sayers, we used to do when Sayers was open in Los Angeles. It was like, a very like music forward club, and we had our things. I'm singing all the time or whatever. I go away.
Sayers?
I do miss Sayers. Sayers come back. I go away to China to do a gig for 6 months, right? And I come back, and there's this cute Black chick, young, I'm like, who is she? Who is she?
Oh my
and
God.
And the thing is, though, for me, it's like, unfortunately, especially in LA, like they feel like it can only be one of us. But the community there was so good, and I immediately was like, that's my boo. Like, what you need, what we need to talk about, whatever. And I really was not only impressed, but just honored to be in your space because I feel like it's not enough of group support. Especially women of color, and especially women of a darker tone.
Yeah.
There's always a pitting against each other to see who can, but it can be a much, and we did that. Like we held that shit down.
We held it down.
We gonna hold it down. But it was like your presence was just so your presence was just so breathtaking. It was a softer. It was something that was intriguing as to why I think I was drawn to you, not only as a sister friend or a colleague, but as a friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know each other personally. We've gotten to know each other, and it's been a great experience. But my next question I want to ask you is that, like, you know, as artists, everybody goes, by aliases, but you go by your birth name.
Yeah.
Why is that? Or did you have any like other names you thought about calling yourself?
Honestly, I've never had any other names. Skye Isaac is my full name. I don't have a middle name, and I just always felt like my name was a perfect expression of me, and I just kept it always. Sometimes I didn't know if I wanted to be just Skye or keep the Skye Isaac, but I love my name, and I love my dad a lot, and I'm proud to have his name. I'm like, when I get married, what are we gonna do?
No,
I love my name. I really, really do. I feel an attachment to it, so I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I mean, it's a modern day world. Like,
yeah,
just because we married, it could be hyphenated. You might get the first
my
hyphen.
middle name,
right?
Then,
well, one of my best friends, her they only had sisters, so their last names are the same, and her sister did a hyphenate because it was just like they don't have any boys to carry on.
Exactly.
Right? And I know you have a sister.
Yeah,
I know you have a sister. So that's what she decided to do. Was being an artist something you've always wanted it to be, or something that you found later on?
It's literally the only thing I ever wanted to be. In school, whenever like you get into middle school and high school and they start asking you, what are you going to go to college? They always assume you're going to go to college. And they ask you, what are you going to go to college for? And when are you going to do this and do that? That's when I started exploring other things, like, of course, like music theory and stuff, but I was exploring like mass communication and stuff like that. But for me, nothing seemed right but music to pursue from day one. And I actually enrolled in school and everything. And like 2 weeks before, I was like, I told my parents I'm not going.
Damn. Did they send that check?
Huh?
They
hadn't sent the check.
Okay,
no, they hadn't sent the check yet.
Colleges don't refund.
No, I know, but what was crazy was like they didn't know that I was thinking about it that seriously. Like, I really don't think I'm gonna go because I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste y'all money. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what I told them, and they were happy because they're like, "Don't waste it then,
okay? Don't waste it.
Don't waste it then." But
no, then it's funny that you like. I asked that question in a lot of these artist spotlights because everyone's journey is different, right? And I would say for myself, is it's like. It wasn't like I've always been in choirs. I've always been, musical. I've always been, talented. But like it wasn't a forefront in my life. Like my forefront, because of the family that I came from, was like it was very much like get a job, make sure you're stable, do this and that like that. And I was kind of like, well, the skill sets that I've learned along the way is always going to make me stable because if this crumble, guess what? I'm gonna build something else over here.
Absolutely.
Like you know what I mean? And so like I went to school from communications, and it's funny.
You can do both.
You can do both, and it's a thing where when I decided to like start this podcast, it was mainly out of the fact that I felt like I wasn't using the degree that I paid for, even though I was traveling the world in music, performing every week.
It's like you didn't
like there was still a part of me that wanted to hone on, all of the talents that you have.
I love that.
And so in your, I do know that you're a triple threat as well, where you like trained in dance or like, tell me about your journey into your artistry.
Well, my whole life I was in arts academy schools. So all of my schools had arts programs. So because of that, either dance, choir, piano, that was a part of the curriculum that I was in school. And I would take classes and, all of that. So it was always a part of my life. And I've been training since I was about like 8. I started in dance and voice, and piano I started maybe around like 6, but I was always training and like trying to perfect my arts and my skills so that later on I could use it. Because I'm one of those people, like when I go into a situation, especially musically in my career, I don't want to be like the one in the room that knows the least. I want to know a little bit about theory. I want to know I want to know the terminology. I want to be able to express my ideals so that I can really like have a fair stake in because we're in a male dominated industry, And a lot of times they went to school for years to learn, all this theory and terminology and all the notes and all this and that. So it was important for me to at least know the basics. But back then I knew a lot more.
Well, it's definitely like a muscle, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, same, like all my schools, we had like there was science and tech, and then there was gifted and talented. That's how they categorize it. So same, like I was in all the dance classes, I was in all the choirs, things like that. So it was just something that I just had a skill to do. So integrating here into LA to do that I wouldn't say it didn't necessarily come easy, because
you
like
had a lot of the skills though.
I had a lot of the skills, and at first it was like fake it till you make it, and I realized like, wait, there's a lot of people around me that really know what's going on. So it made me like dig deeper, it made me listen more, it made me concentrate more. It went from me just being
a natural
to actually being technical and skillful.
Same.
And it's definitely a thing, because a lot of the things where you try to achieve what you're doing is it's a benefit, but it's also like, it's a gift and a curse, right?
Yeah.
But when you were in school, was there something that you personally like gravitated to the most?
It's funny. I was always a vocalist, but I couldn't stay in choir. I did it 2 years and in middle school, and then once I moved on to high school, I didn't do it. But I was always, I started doing theater. Just something a little bit more expressive. That kind of encompassed all the things I liked: dance, acting, and stuff like that. So I would say that, and talent shows. I was a cheerleader too, so that took up so that took up a lot of my time. That was also a fun way to express my individuality. So I'd say, but the thing I gravitated towards the most probably was like, we had talent shows like twice a year, and that's the thing that I was pulling out all the stops.
Okay.
The year before, I was thinking about, okay, what am I going to do next year? And that was the most fun for me, because I feel like I could be like Beyonce.
So what was your favorite? What was your favorite one? What was your favorite one? Like your favorite performance in your talent show?
You know what? I would say, it's funny because my favorite one, it wasn't a huge dramatic thing. I literally stood there and sang If I Ain't Got You. I sang that, and I don't know, for some reason that year I wanted to just show that I could sing, and it went really well. I won.
Hey, congratulations. Okay, girl. So I gotta get some of the tea, right?
Yeah. One second. Is there a napkin or something? I feel my tears about to drop right here.
Are you crying?
I know, my eyes water, girl. Even when I'm performing, like, girl, on stage, lights just make my eyes water.
You gotta carry a fan. You gotta be like,
I know. I'm trying to figure out like what will.
You got it. Okay. So we gotta get to the tea, right?
What tea you want, girl?
So
that's the part made me kind of nervous.
I was like, you've been on reality TV, Chasing Destiny.
Yes.
And we want to know, like, was the show really about like finding the destiny? Was there drama? Like, how far did you get? Like, what's the tea?
I will say yes. I think the show was about finding the talent. It was a really cool experience. Like, what's funny about Chasing Destiny is when I found out Kelly was putting together a group, I didn't even want to audition. My mom submitted me behind my back.
Oh.
I didn't want to be in a group. I just always saw myself as a solo artist. So I saw it, and me and my mom were like, oh, that's so cool. But I was like, I think I'm good. My mom submitted me behind my back. I didn't even know about it until I got an email invite to come audition for them in Atlanta. So it was Kelly, Roland, and Frank Gatz, and they were holding auditions all over the country. They did some here in LA, Houston, New York, Atlanta, Chicago. I think that was all the places. So I went to Atlanta and I auditioned, and it was it was like a whirlwind. It was crazy. There were so many girls there. I still didn't know what was going on. Like, what the heck? My mom had submitted me months before that. So I still was like, what is going on here? But I auditioned and they picked 15 girls and I was one of them. And then we filmed here. So it was a great experience. I thought it would be a little bit more challenging, or like, like making the band.
Ooh,
they had you working
out.
You was like, they had you sweating. Lorianne was like, boom, got. Like, it was like, I wanted someone to just,
right, put me in a shape.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. But I still wouldn't have changed anything.
But it's funny because Kelly Rowland is not Beyonce. Like, I feel like if Beyonce found it, y'all would be doing that. But Kelly is a very like sultry, like, I'm gonna sing here and I'm gonna be pretty or whatever. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense that like her group that she would be like a.
Kelly is one of the most physically beautiful.
Oh my God.
And internally beautiful.
Oh my God. And her voice is so soothing. Like, I want to hear her on like, is it ASMR?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to hear her talk to me at night.
Yeah, everything about her is just like, it feels like I don't know. Her presence, her spirit, even her speaking voice is so soothing. Like, it makes you feel comfortable right away. So like I said, I wouldn't have changed the experience. And she changed my life in many ways. She's the one that introduced me to Solange. Mm-hmm. So Kelly is like, that's my girl. Nah. But the experience on the show was just exactly what I needed at the time, I think. I made some beautiful connections. I learned a lot. During that time, like, that show showed me I had a lot of growing to do. Like, growing up, period, and growing as a vocalist. There were some incredible singers there. And I actually feel like if I was on the show now, it would be a different story.
Of course.
Because you
know more.
Well, yeah, and you go through things and like, you get feedback and you decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to say, they don't know what they're talking about? Which there was a couple people on the show that were like that. They weren't really trying to hear nothing about themselves, but, you can take the criticism and be like, okay, I got you. Yeah, which is what I did. So,
but it also too, like, you get to a point where it's like you do know what you're talking about now. You know what I mean? It is a process. Like you said, at that time, you were in a spot where you felt like you needed that.
I needed a push.
Needed it. It was like almost it was a boot camp.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe not as intense as you would have expected,
but it was.
But in a sense, it was just like, because you're going off of things where you are school trained, which is like, if you go to a district where it's like that is focused, right. it definitely helps. But TV, like to have a direct,
and like TV and like you're being trained and critiqued by like Frank Gatson, who was he choreographed for In Vogue, he danced for Michael Jackson, he's like Beyonce and Destiny's Child's first choreographer. Like, all of the crazy iconic choreo comes from him. So you have somebody like him critiquing you and talking to you and actually caring enough to tell you, work on this, do this, which Frank and I are still in touch to this day. So grateful for that. And I've always been one of those people, tell me so I can like get it to the next level. So it did a lot for me.
Awesome. So I know that you're also a songwriter. Mm-hmm. What was one of your first songs you ever wrote?
Oh gosh. One of the first songs. Okay, y'all, don't laugh. I'ma sing it.
That's what you're here for?
Y'all, it's kind of funny, but then it's kind of cool.
Okay.
But it's funny.
Are y'all ready? Come on.
It goes. It's not that fast.
Okay.
One.
Okay, that's the tempo.
'Cause you make me feel like a butterfly, make me flutter, and I never want another. You're my monarch, love it yet.
Okay. I like the wordplay with like monarch, butterfly, and like a monarch.
Feel like a butterfly, make me flutter. Y'all, I thought I did the damn thing with that song. I thought, I was like, it's over. And I was like, Mariah Carey's going to hear it because she loves butterflies. I was like, it's over. Oh my God. That was like, That was years ago.
Okay. So speaking of Mariah Carey, I'm sure that'll probably be one of the answers to my next question.
What's that?
Who are some of your biggest influences, and how did you come up with your sound?
Oh yeah, Mariah is the reason that I sing. She's the absolute reason that I sing, because she was the music that my mom would play all the time in the car, that she made me want to even see if I could sing. You know, I was trying to emulate her voice and all of that. So she's the reason I'd say that I desire to be a vocalist. And then, so many. There's so many artists that inspired me. Not just vocally. I was heavily inspired by like TLC, Aaliyah, even stuff like the Carpenters, Hall & Oates. I experienced and I was exposed to so much music growing up, so, from different times in history, from different genres. So I just have so many that are dear to me, but Mariah is definitely one of them.
Okay.
She's really special to me.
Would you say how would you describe your sound? Like your vibe of music and your sound?
Like a sweet, edgy pop sound.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I can agree.
I've
heard her voice before and it's beautiful. I can agree.
Thank you. There's like always a hint of sweetness in there, but I like to add an edge and I'd say like sweet, edgy pop, something like that.
Okay, nice. So in all of my shows, I like to play a game.
Okay. Ooh.
And this game for you is called Who's Your Jam?
Who's your jam?
Who's your jam?
Okay.
And you're going to tell me who you prefer.
Okay.
You ready? All right. Diana Ross versus Gladys Knight.
Oh, I got to go with Diana.
Me too.
Hair,
but I do love Gladys.
Same. Yeah, Gladys, her song, You're the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, that's my song that I dedicate to my family.
Midnight Train to Georgia?
Yeah.
You can't say nothing to me. That song,
I sang that at a wedding last weekend, girl. It was a hit.
Midnight Train, Georgia, the Midnight Train. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Lauryn Hill versus Queen Latifah.
Oh, it's Lauren. It's
Lauren?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. I love the Queen, but Lauren, she broke so many records being herself, being a beautiful brown girl with locks, that she took over the world.
I agree. I agree.
And it's just,
Okay.
She's everything to me.
So this is a trick one, and this is only for those who know. 3LW versus the Cheetah Girls.
Oh, God. Wait. Can I even wait?
Hold on.
Wait. I could. Yo, that is hard. Cause why would? Okay. Cause why was I singing? I don't wanna be like Cinderella. Why was I singing that the other day in the kitchen? Yo,
we got people.
You know what?
We got people in the studio.
Oh
they are
God.
falling out over this question.
No, because this is serious.
But technically, they the same group.
Wait.
No, one member is different, but they're the same group.
Yeah,
they are the same group.
Yeah, but those one or two members make a difference.
They do make a difference. Okay, Raven Simone swapped out. What's her name? Swapped out. What's the
Notori?
Notori.
Yeah.
Yes, but they the same group.
But you know what? I'll have to. This is how.
Okay, who you gonna choose? Who
I
you
have
gonna
to
choose?
think
Skye?
about it. I have to say Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
Yes, Cheetah Girls.
They had me in a chokehold.
Cheetah Girls. Okay. Jennifer Hudson versus Fantasia.
Fantasia is one of those artists that I feel like I need to see her live yesterday,
today, tomorrow, always.
Yeah.
For me, that was a hard one. When I was writing this up, it was a hard one, because let me tell you why. I love me a singing ass girl, and they are both some singing girls. Like, they're just singing. But something about Fantasia, it's like, it's the pain in her voice. Like, it's the struggle.
And she has so much energy. Like, she has so much energy, and she does not hold back one cell of her body
at all
when she's singing and when she's on that stage. And she's actually on my list. I need to see her live. She's absolutely incredible.
Agreed. Okay. HER, her, or LMA? Boot up, or
you know what? I'll say her, because she's so multi-talented.
She is. She plays every instrument. She's doing it. Okay, that's fair. Faith Evans versus Mary J. Blige.
Oh, dang.
Yes, we do that here.
Oh, dang. That's a tough one, because I love me some Faith Evans, but I got to give it to Mary, because I grew up listening to Mary. All those albums.
Shout out to Faith, but Mary got you in the chokehold.
Mary
had you in the
chokehold. She's like part of the soundtrack to my childhood for sure.
Okay. Next one, Alicia Keys.
What about the Mary dance?
Mary, she didn't care. She was from New York.
I love it.
So the next one, Alicia Keys versus Toni Braxton.
Oh, Toni, hands down.
Okay, so
also part of the soundtrack to
here's
my
thing. Toni Braxton as a singer, but Alicia Keys as a songwriter.
Yeah.
As a songwriter. I was like Toni Braxton, she had the hits.
Well, I was thinking vocally.
Vocally, yes. But as a
together,
songwriter, because don't get me wrong, like, people be trying to hate Alicia Keys, but she writes some good songs. And she gonna write the anthem of the summer. She gonna be in the Olympics. She gonna write the song for the Special Olympics. She gonna write the song for all. Like, Alicia Keys, her penmanship.
You can't say nothing about Alicia.
No.
With all those accolades she has and those
no.
When you can pen hit cult classic songs.
Girl on Fire?
Yeah. I mean, If I Ain't Got You.
Like, people gonna be singing If I Ain't Got You to the day we die.
And those are crossover records. Like, that's another level. When you're penning songs like that, nobody can say nothing about you.
Nothing. All right, last one. Anita Baker versus Shaka Khan.
Ain't nobody
love me better
than Shaka.
Okay, we Shaka.
I love me some Shaka.
I love me some Shaka.
You know we be singing Shaka
I love
down.
me some Shaka. I mean, but like, Anita Baker feels like if she did all the screaming and yelling at Shaka, it would be Anita Baker, because Anita Baker does all that extra, but it's like that low, smooth end.
Oh, but her voice is so beautiful.
It's literally one of the most beautiful voices in the world to me. Like, Anita Baker is just like the smoothest.
Yeah.
Like, it's like milk. It's like when you put milk chocolate in milk and you stir it up. It's like, it's different. So,
did you know that Toni Braxton, how she got discovered was she was demoing for Anita Baker?
That makes sense. That makes 100%. Did you know that Toni Braxton was also from my school, from Bowie State University?
For real?
Yes.
That's a flex.
Okay. That's the end of What's Your Jam? So I'm glad to
jam?
What's your jam?
I like that game.
Okay, let's get back into your song, because like, again, we're here to spotlight you, and we're here to dig into the artistry of Skye Isaac. Let's talk about the song you're gonna share. We're gonna share her song today, guys. One Dance. What was the inspiration behind it? And the video is so cute. It was giving me like Janet Jackson, futuristic. Like, what was the inspiration behind that?
Well, the inspiration behind the song was like the feeling like you miss an opportunity, feeling like you miss somebody. And this could be a romantic relationship, a friendship, or someone who's passed on, and the feeling of, missing them and just feeling like that train has left and like that part of your journey is over, and you wish you could relive it again, and maybe you would do some things differently. So around the time of the release, the pandemic was happening. So many of our loved ones were passing away, there was so much loss happening, whether it was, you know, people in relationships having hard times. And I was in the studio in Lafayette back home with my producer, Roy Chip Anthony, and I was just like, I feel like I need to write something to express what's happening right now. So that's the inspiration behind the song. And the music video, that's just the vibe I was feeling.
I mean, it was vibey. I was like, she was dancing. She was just like feeling herself, but it was so sweet. So without further ado, we're going to play One Dance by Skye Isaac.
Throat chips on a tray.
Regrets, how many of us have them? Feel like we missed a train, never to have that feeling again. Our best. How many of us give it, even when it's what matters the most? We never treat it like what it is, But I didn't know, when you touch love, you don't let go. And I'm so sick 'cause I was so wrong. Now looking me up all night, writing this song. Without you, it's real, boo. I miss you. If I could, I'd take it back one time, one dance. If I had a chance, I'd go back in time. I'd change my mind. I would take it back. You know I've been needing that. You know I've been needing you. You know I've been going through some changes. One dance, if I had a chance. If I had a chance, yeah. Heart to heart, boy, we bonded right from the start. But now we're going to play hard to get. I conceal my feelings, and I never let you in. You got so tired of feeling like just a friend. When you touch love, you don't let go. And I'm so sick 'cause I was so wrong. And now I'm up every night singing this song. Without you, it's real, it's real. I miss you. Take it back one time. If I had one more dance to show you, had a chance. I go back in time. I make it mine. I would take it back, take it back. I would take it back, take it back. I've been needing you. I've been going through. If I had a chance, for one more dance, baby. Take me back, take it 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 back. I love you, I really, really love. I want you, I need you, so come and let me show you. You know I love you, Skye, baby.
Yes. And And that's Skye Isaac. One dance.
Thank you so much.
Well, Skye, thank you so much for coming on the show. I like to leave messages at the end of my show for whoever you want to leave a message to, or your younger self. So if you had to leave anything for the viewers out there, or maybe if you had a message for young Skye growing up, what would you tell her about becoming the artist that she wants to be, or just becoming the person and the woman that she wants to be?
That is so beautiful, Casey. If I could speak to my younger self, my inner child, I would tell her, no matter what it looks like, your gift will make room for you.
Okay, gift will make room. All right, Skye, tell them where they can find you. Where can they find your music? What can they say you're doing? Tell them where you're at. Socials.
Well, yeah. Social.
What's going on?
Skye Isaac everywhere. So skyeisaac.com, SKYEISAAC.com, at Skye Isaac Music on Instagram and TikTok, and just Skye Isaac everywhere.
Okay, well, you heard it here, guys. Again, you know what we're about. We do these artist spotlights to showcase a lot of the artists, Black artists that we have here in LA. And again, like I said, you know, manifest in the future, hopefully around the world. Yes. But at the end of the day, if you have any questions for Skye, you got any questions for us, please like, subscribe, share, do all the things. We're going to post all her information on this video and tag her in everything we do. So if you want to hear her, you heard her. Skye Isaac, thank you so much for coming. And that's it. That's all. That's It, That's All is written by me, Casey Carnage, and produced by myself and Rick Barrio Dill. Associate producer, Bree Corey. Assistant producer, Larissa Donahoe. Audio and video engineering and studio facilities provided by Slap Studios LA, with distribution through our collective for social progress and cultural expression, Slap the Network. If you have any ideas for a show you want to hear or see, please email us at info@slapthepower.com. And as always, go to that'sitthat'sall.com and sign up there to make sure you will never miss a thing. See you next show.